What would be your advice to people who are like trying to also take the same route? Because every day I go online, I see bunch of Cameroonians using the opportunity of, especially now the outbreak of the presidential election. There's unrest. A lot of people are thinking like, oh, let's go. Everybody wants to leave the country. People don't think about like what you face, what's happening in front of them. Is it really worth it to like take the risks coming to you? Because some people will tell you, Francis Ngannou, I think you know about him, the boxer. People will say he used it, and now he's a superstar. A lot of people have used that, but not everybody survives. So is it really worth it? What do you think? People watching you now.
For me, I don't think it works. Like what I said before, that even my own blood sister refused to come because of what she heard, because of how I felt, because
you wanted her to come through the route.
She had to come here to study,
but
to work in the hospital. But still, she have studied German for 1.5 years, have B1 certificate. She can communicate in Deutsch, but yet we have done everything. But yet she say she's not coming. She rather established in Africa than coming here. So for my own experience, why I say it did not work is that let me start from my health. Now my health have been tempered. I can't tell you that I'm safe with my health. Number one, I'm traumatized, but I'm not depressed at the moment. But every slight mistake will lead me to a depression because of the trauma, untreated trauma that I've encountered. Not only encountered in Sahara, in Mediterranean, but the most worst trauma that most refugees encounter are in asylum house. And did you know I spent 2.5 years. I didn't have a cent of euro. My family from Africa sent me food from Nigeria to eat here. All those clothes are Nigerian made. They brought it to me. Sometimes they don't tell me that they are sending something. They will just give it to somebody. The person will come and bring it. The person will bring it here. So within these 2 years plus, I've lost my dignity, my pride as a man, my personality, my health. Now I have never cried in my life, even when my father died. But now I cry in every single point like a pregnant woman. Now I often have heartbroken. If, for example, if I'm close to the highway or any street and a sudden sound of horn of a car or a vehicle, my mind will travel more than 20 kilometers before it comes back. And I will tell you that when I was in Nigeria, I was more creative, not in terms of educational or academically, but in terms of being a human. I was creative, I was a dancer, I have my dancing group, I was a welder. I was doing so well in my own country, never wanted to leave. But here I am today, I'm traumatized. Now, if you ask me to go to court and swear if I've eaten human being, do you think I can swear? Do you think I can take an oath that I haven't eaten human being?
Definitely.
What will you call a what will you call a human being that drinks water that you see skeleton, human being skeleton, a full-grown man or woman is in the well? What will you call the person? Do you think I'm innocent? Nah. Do you think this trauma I face, seeing a woman raped in broad daylight, no hiding, more than 10 men raped this woman, blood was rushing, we carried her, sit her on the vehicle, she opened her leg, we were waving hand fan. those things is inside of me. And the life I came to live here, now I am working. Throughout the whole summer, I work for more than 10 hours. In the winter, I work 8 hours. Now, for more than 7 years, I never traveled. I lost my freedom. And now as a human, before I regain my freedom, I'm not authorized to leave my house to the city if I'm controlled. In Corona, you see this room, that is why I built this thing, and I've not stopped. Next time when you come, all this place, both the ceiling is going to be like a museum. You see this room, in 2020 to 2021, I lived in this room. I did not see the sky. I was under deportation. I received a threat from the camp that because I run away from the camp, because police came for me for 15 good times, then I run away. Then when I came here, I stayed in this room for 1 year. My leg did not touch the gate. This is where they gave me food. My movement is only this way. Is that not a prison? So 2 times that I cannot take an oath if I've been to prison or if I've eaten a human being. This is house arrest. That 1 year I was traumatized. And my life I'm living now does not worth it. If you check my bank account, do you think you will see more than 500 euro? If you see 500 euro, I'm a rich man. If I'm going to Nigeria, that is where I have to duplicate my hustle to get more to spend in Africa. Then if I come back again, I will start living like a German. So, bro, I will tell you, life we live here as a refugee, it did not worth the sacrifice we made. Look at Joseph.
Look at his health.
Look at his health.
Yeah, he told me.
Who would like to leave his country to go up through all that stress? You leave your loved ones. You can't even see them. You can't talk to them. There's no one there to take care of him.
Now he's under stroke.
I think he called me when we were in Greece. I talked to him on
that time. He was cool.
Yeah,
a bit. But now,
because he told me he was okay, but I think
he has spinal cord problem. He want to go to under surgery now in next.
So if you see all the complication that he has is due to
stress.
The man he has been going through from one country to another till he got
here. You know how many years that man have left his country? Even his child doesn't know him. It's also one thing I'm trying to lure him into now. Bro, it's better you go back to Sierra Leone. If it wants to die there, it's better.
It's better to die there, yeah.
Did you know how Africans die here? Do you know? I don't see if you have an insight of how people die here.
I know. Of course, I have an insight. I've lost someone who is even a worker in the hospital, but due to negligence, she had an issue and she was supposed to be diagnosed. If she was diagnosed on time, it could have been treated. But they delayed doing the diagnosis, saying she's not up to 50 years, so it's not worth doing that diagnosis. And then she too was not willing to also pay money. That's another thing. She wanted to use the insurance. The hospital is not willing to do because the insurance is not willing to cover that expenses. They say it's not worth it. Until diagnosed, after pressure and stuff like that, they had to do the diagnosis and the notice. Actually, she is suffering from that effect. And before they started the chemotherapy, the therapy helped to kill her even faster. She's a health worker. She has a stay in permanent resident. So you see, if someone who has a permanent resident is working in the hospital, she was a nurse. Then she can go through this. Imagine what someone who is not documented is going through.
So that is what I'm telling you, because if you see how Africans die here, you see them working today, tomorrow they will tell you this person is no more. Even this one are how diagnosed. But I will tell you, many of them, even in Bamberg, outside Bamberg, they die in changing room.
Wow.
Many of them die in changing room. Many of them came to shop, they buy something, they went back home, they never wake up anymore. Do you know stress and what they have passed through?
There's a lot of negligence. The health system here is really kind of
I think
stressful, and
they
not only
do
for
it-
foreigners,
they do it not
even with, I think even with some natives, to let not just put it only on migrants. Like even with, I think even with some natives too.
Yeah.
Some people face that stress, because I have my flatmates who, even her own grandmother went through a lot of things because the care that they are giving to her is not the best.
Yes. Yeah, but
She even wished to die
Yeah.
even before.
Yeah,
so
this
all
is-
those type of things. We shouldn't just think only migrant face that.
No, migrant face it, but where you will come and see
that.
it is that see that the native of German face it. They have never exposed this such trauma.
Yeah,
Those
they're
set
not
of
exposed to
people.
trauma.
That those set
Trauma
of
go through.
people.
They go through.
So in our case, it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
You see, it's more.
Definitely with the natives, DS
Yeah.
is not going to be the same as like.
It's more dangerous
Yeah.
to us. Like me, I got injury. I have my insurance. I called the orthopedic. I said next year April, I am paying. But they said next week April. It's quite. But when it comes to us, like all this injury, I don't care much about it. But this, our internal illness.
Yeah.
You see, if you go to this camp, I know 4 people that run mad. As we are talking like this, we are just discussing as friends. The next thing I do, we were talking about Nigeria. This person we were talking about Mozambique. Before we notice, we see that he's not talking normal again. Then we have to call the emergency. They came before we knew. If I tell you, he was eating on the street before they took him now to a psychiatry or something like that. A Ghanaian that have went to a bar to drink with. I saw him yesterday again. He's now not psychologically only, psychologically, mentally, physically. Now he's eating, picking dirty on the ground. Now we took many effort to send him back to Ghana. We don't see him anymore. People who are here eating from the quota, eating from many places, from the camp. Not that they take drugs, they don't take drugs, they don't do, but stress, the mental stress. Who saved me was Claudia. The first day I came to this house, I stepped on the scale to weigh my this. Then I weighed 59. I didn't know she was watching me. She said, no, that is even average man. We had you weigh 59. That is basically women. You need to visit doctor. When we got there, they didn't. Did you know how much this solidarity group, Paul Azul, all those people paid for me? In my head, they spent thousands of euros from the connection with Claudia. If not because of them, I would have been maybe now mentally unstable. When I was in Italy, my normal weight was 72. If I show you my picture from Italy, you won't believe that I'm this one. I was not fat, but I was like, if you see me, but when this dreadlock I had was not for fun.
I think in this picture you don't have it.
Yeah, if you see if you see this
First
picture,
one,
they
yeah.
call me Punky Head. My punk was very high. I did not open ear because of fun. This beard, okay, you saw me in Culture of Refugee. You see how grown my beard was. How did I do it? I was in the train in Aka Central. Police came to arrest. Then inside this dream, I had a dreadlock. I have beard. I have hearing. So if you see this is what the police always bring. This picture.
Yeah.
So inside this picture, I was innocent baby.
Okay.
Like so, when they came with this picture inside the dream,
That's not me.
I was very like a baby. They have to accuse my roommates. My roommate say no, it's not me. I'm not the one inside dream. So then I have not gotten the letter. So I leave my beard. I don't shave it. Then I didn't start making dread. Then I went to buy wool. One euro shop. Then I just blade it. Then I just have dread. Then I open my ear. Before I open here, I put all here in here. I pierce my nose here. I put nose. So even when I was walking, when I walk at this entrance gate, security always don't want me to enter because they say I'm using another person's identity. So that is how. Even when the police come physical, the police were coming. Then I passed them like this. That was the last day I stayed. So with this, I said, no, this dreadlock, I must honor it.
Yeah.
Then I cut the wool, the artificial, then I have to make my own hair. Then I leave my pierce, then I maintain the earring. I say this is going to be my lifestyle till I die. But people see me, they think it's a fun. It's like, I say no, it's not a fun. When I go to Nigeria, they say your people. I say no. If I tell them the reason why I have it, so these are the reasons. So what we live here does not what we
the reason, the sacrifice.